Hey guys, Tales of Greed here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Trails of Cold Steel. Last time we left off, we reached Bareahard, met up with Jusis' brother, as well as Jusis and Machias kept getting into fights again, and we really had to deal with that a little bit. And this time around, we are returning to Bareahard after doing a low quest over at the Aurochs Fort. I decided I would start out here because, just in case there's a cutscene along the way, I can always clip it in. But on screen I did go ahead and get 2 levels for everyone, so we're all 20, 19, somewhere around there. But for now, I'm just going to be making a cut right away, heading back to Bareahard. I just wanted to make sure I didn't run into a cutscene or anything. So we'll do that, and I'll see you in Bareahard.
We're finally back. My feet are killing me.
Yeah, same here. You know, all that walking I did while, playing the game? Really hurts. So we made it back to Bareahard without any complications, thankfully. Yeah, we're pretty much done. We just have to turn in one single side quest, and then we are done for today. Yeah, I guess so. There was that strange flying thing. I do remember that. That did occur last time. Maybe we'll learn about that later on. Who knows? Alright, so before we get going to the inn, we're going to stop by the Central Plaza and go turn in this side quest that we have. Were we in the Central Plaza already? I think we were, and I just didn't recognize it for some reason. But this man with his big dog, here's your dumb salt. Silver hourglass. No problem, man. Yeah, as soon as Jusis is involved, they're pretty much just a bunch of losers. I mean, it's basically like a noble. It's basically like regular nobles turn to commoners around Jusis. But we got that quest done, thankfully. So that's good. So now I think with that done, I think all we have to do is go back to the inn. So is the inn here? Yeah. So let's go and run back in there. Time to rest up after today. After today, I really always have trouble talking, don't I? So let's return to the hotel. So you can see what a great guy Jusis' father is. What an amazing guy he is. He was just being a duke. Or a doom, as I like to call him. That's another way to say a dumb. Just, you know, noble speak. I made it up by myself. It was pretty good. Yeah, that was Duke Albarea. He's kind of important. Kind of the guy who runs the provincial army in Celtic who caused us some problems. You know, what a great guy, right? Sure, why not? Why the fuck not, man? Like Fee, I am also starving. Not really, but if I was doing all that stuff all day, I'd probably be starving. Oh, come on, Machias. I mean, it's good food. I mean, you're not wrong, but like... It seems like he probably knows the chef pretty well. So... You don't need to be a butt right now. Probably so. It seems like he knows him very well. Probably so. They're probably, cooperating better than us. I can say that for sure. Because, you know, they're pretty good. But, you know, we're learning slowly, I guess. Pretty much. Dare I ask? You probably don't want to. I mean, you probably could have done a little better, especially with the linking and stuff. I mean, you guys still can't form a proper link together, so that's kind of a problem. again, coming back to the whole, as we go through these field studies, we're going to be learning more about the towns we go through and the people we meet and just how life is in each city, you know? I've already talked a lot about that, so I don't really feel like I need to go through it again, but it is going to be a recurring theme, of course. That's just how it is. And, yeah. Well, rightfully so, I would think. I don't feel like the nobles should have their own tanks and stuff, honestly. But the Imperial Army is, like, defending you against, like, the Calvar Republic and the Calvar Republic. Like, that's basically it. I don't really think you need to, but I'm not part of the Alliance, so I wouldn't know. I mean, not a lot of people like the Chancellor all that much. Yeah, exactly, that's how I feel. Like, we're all Erebonians in the end. So why do we need to, like, front ourselves with tanks and weaponry against our fellow countrymen? That's the whole thing I feel. Oh, great. Great to see you again. How you doing, man? I suppose so. Do you ever stop being dumb? Or is this just gonna be a recurring theme with you? Are you just gonna keep being dumb? Yeah. Spoiler alert, yes. I really can't talk very well today, but that's always been a thing with me, so I guess you should be used to it, right? My throat is still bothering me a little bit, so that is part of the reason. I feel like it's always been a thing though where I really can't talk all that well. I don't know why, really. You don't really care, do you? I don't really agree with that sentiment, but to each their own, I suppose. Yeah, I don't really like that. How do you know that we're staying here a day longer? What is up with you? Yeah, that makes sense. He does seem to be trying to fill in his role. But there's definitely something off with that guy. What's even stranger, though, is the fact that he knew we only have one day left. Now that's strange. Yeah, pretty much. But I guess that's how things go sometimes. Going on these field studies is going to have us run into quite a few strange people along the way.
Can't get to sleep?
I could ask you the same. You aren't going to tell me the bed's too hard for you, are you?
I wouldn't dream of it. I've never slept in a bed this high class in my life. Not even back at home.
And yet you're the son of Baron Schwarzer. You've not lived the life one might expect of a boy from a noble family.
Yeah, that's just how my dad is. A lord should live like his people, not above them. That's how he always put it.
I see. It sounds as though you have a good family.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for my upbringing.
Aren't you going to ask? I assumed you'd be curious about that brief exchange with my father earlier.
I wasn't really sure you'd want me to bring that up. You obviously get along really well with your brother, but I didn't get that same sense with the Duke. Has he always been like that?
As far back as I can remember. I suppose he just has little respect for a son born to a commoner.
What?
My brother and I have different mothers. He was born of my father's legal wife, a noble who still lives to this day. My own mother, however, was a commoner, and she passed away 8 years ago. In other words, I am his bastard son.
I had no idea. So, was that chef we met earlier?
He's my uncle, on my mother's side. Perhaps that's why he's always been so good to me. Or perhaps he's simply compelled to treat me as I deserve to be treated, being the son of the Duke.
No, that can't be. I don't blame you for being a little cynical, but there's no need to be quite so hard on yourself.
I suppose you're right.
I'm sure you have your differences, but you do get along with your brother, right?
You could say that. He's treated me well ever since I was taken in 8 years ago. He was the one who taught me my swordsmanship, and who trained me in the ways of court etiquette.
I knew it.
Pardon?
There's just something honest, I guess you could say, about the way you fight. It shows that whoever taught you was someone you really trusted. When we first met him this afternoon, I had a hunch he might have been the one. What's wrong?
Nothing at all. You just keep reminding me how unlike a noble you truly are.
I get that a lot.
Is your injury from this afternoon on the mend?
It's fine, honestly. There's no pain, and the wound's closed up like it was never there. I'll have to be sure to thank Emma's grandmother for her help someday.
That's good to hear. Still, from where I stand, you are something of a danger to yourself.
I am?
On the day of the entrance ceremony, when the trapdoor opened beneath us, you acted instantly to protect Elisa. There wasn't even a moment's hesitation.
Ah.
In most cases, one would reflexively act to protect himself. It's part of man's natural survival instinct. Yet you put another before yourself, not even pausing to question the validity of that decision. And you did exactly the same thing with us today. I'm sure most people would see that as an act of selflessness and sing your praises for it. But to me, it comes across as abnormal, perhaps even twisted.
I don't know how to respond to that. I wasn't expecting you to see through me quite so clearly.
Well, I owed you as much for having seen through me first. Still, the point stands. You need to be more cognizant of the effects your actions have on those around you. If not for your health and for your reputation, that selflessness of yours can just as easily be perceived as arrogance after all.
I know it can. And you're not the first person to tell me that. What's the point in saving others if you can't spare even a moment to save yourself? That's what my old master always used to say to me.
Was it now? I suppose we both have some things we need to work through.
Yeah, but for now, we need to get a good night's sleep. If we stay up too late tonight, we're going to be dead to the world tomorrow, and that wouldn't be fair to the others.
I agree, it wouldn't be fair. To the girls, at least. I'd hate to be so tired as to limit my potential.
Hear, hear. Good night, Jusis.
Pleasant dreams.
Hey, we're finally getting somewhere. Holy shit. And Machias was awake the whole time. Did you expect anything different? It's like we're actually getting somewhere. Especially with the Jusis, who, when we first met Jusis really didn't want to be friends at all, or anything of the sort. Alright, so we should have 92 AP, so that's good. That is our first day complete. Thank God for that. Yeah, it looks like things are slowly but surely working out. So maybe, you know, it was good. It was a good bonding moment for myself and Jusis. Because we actually got to learn a little bit about each other, and we're not, like, hating each other. He was even like, yo, good night, pleasant dreams, and I was like, wow. Yeah, we're actually, like, having a bonding moment here. After, like, the beginning where Jusis was like, I'm not your friend, don't talk to me. Basically. Alright, so it's the second day, so we're going to be starting off with some more tasks to do. We are going to be doing a couple of different things before we do any crazy stuff though, so that's something to keep in mind. But let's see what he has for us today. So, the Bite of Nostalgia. This might be a little bit of a problem. I was actually looking at this quest, and I was like, oh god, I think I'm missing some ingredients for this particular quest, so I might need to go get those off screen. But this one is also the North Cruisin Highway. I don't think I'm saying that correctly. Cruisin or... I feel like there's a... I heard it in the second game recently. I know that's not right, but whatever. Cruisin, I think it is. Speaking of the second game, by the way, you know, recently I started playing that on my own, and I can say yesterday I beat it. So, that was quite a game. There's actually still more after the ending, which is a little weird, actually. It actually has like stuff to do with games that aren't released over here. There's like a little side story at the end that has to do with Ao no Kiseki and Zero no Kiseki, which are the two games in the in this universe that aren't brought over to the West. So maybe someday we'll be able to play those games, but for now, I'm playing as characters I don't know really too much about, but I do know that they existed. So I'm sure people like the Japanese were like going nuts about it because they were like, "Oh God, man, you're back and you're in 3D! Holy shit!" Because I believe Ao and Zero were created the same way as Trails was, or I'm sorry, Sky, as in like 2D stuff. You know, I don't even know what you would really call those games, like 3D or 2D. They're kind of 3D, kind of 2D, mostly 2D. This was the first game, I believe, that really pushed it out to like the three-dimensional Jimmy Jam. Okay, hi Machias. I'm sorry I'm not really paying attention to what's going on. My bad.
What is it, Machias Regnitz?
I will accept no more failures. Today, we will form a combat link.
What?
As much as I may dislike you, I'm ashamed that we were unable to do what every other member of our class has accomplished. Today's monster extermination request seems as good a chance as any to make up for yesterday's failure. What did you say?
You really are simple-minded, aren't you? I suppose you overheard our conversation last night and feel some kind of affinity toward me now?
Nonsense! I did no such thing! I was fast asleep while you yammered on about your family and Reen and...
I love how Jusis can just see through all that shit. It's like, oh, you were awake, weren't you?
Machias.
That's pretty conclusive.
Very well. I accept. I'll be happy to show you what a proper combat link looks like.
We'll see about that. Fortunately, I have more than enough generosity of spirit to endure being paired with an arrogant noble like you.
Maybe today's field study will go more smoothly than yesterday's after all.
Maybe so.
Lord Jusis.
Arno? What brings you here? I would have expected you to be at my father's side.
Why do you have a voice actor? That's the better question.
I'm terribly sorry I could not greet you upon your arrival yesterday. However, I have come today in the capacity of an escort.
An escort? To where? I'm sure you must be aware that I returned to Bareahard purely as part of a field study for my academy work.
But of course, however, His Grace has directly requested that I escort you to the mansion. So I would be most appreciative if you'd accompany me without delay.
Father? He showed no signs of desiring my company when we spoke yesterday.
I am in no position to question or oppose his orders, merely to obey them. I'm sure you understand. Though while I hesitate to speculate, I do wonder if His Excellency may feel some regret regarding his demeanor yesterday.
You know, something tells me that that's complete bullshit, but I'm not just gonna call it out, you know? I don't wanna like just say it's complete bullshit, but I'm gonna say it's complete bullshit.
But...
Go with him. We can attempt to form a combat link another time.
We'll be able to handle the morning's tasks just fine on our own. Don't worry about us.
Ha! You've come all the way back to your hometown. It would be a shame not to visit with your family, right? Agreed.
Are you certain? Very well. I'll return this afternoon. And though I will worry as to how you'll fare without me, I know you'll at least give it your best, for what that's worth.
Of course we will.
All right, let's meet back in the hotel lobby around noon. If something comes up, just leave a message at the front desk.
Understood. Lead the way, Arno.
Gladly, sir. Please excuse us.
Well, let's get started. We wouldn't want to give Jusis any further reason to worry, now would we?
Huh, certainly not. Still,
What? What is it? If you have something to say, just say it.
oh, it's nothing. Nothing at all.
She's probably thinking, the worst is over, and it's all thanks to your eavesdropping.
Good boy.
Fee, stop. Fee, stop. Stop being great. God damn it.
Stop that! Just stop looking at me like I'm some hapless babe!
I mean, you are, but Fee, why are you so great?
Rain, you do know I still haven't completely forgiven you for lying, don't you?
Are you still hung up on that?
And Emma, I hope you're ready to score second on our midterms because I'm not about to lose to you again. But don't even think about giving those exams any less than your very best. I intend to best you when you're in top form.
You will?
And as for you, Fee, I've been wanting to say this for a long time now. Sleeping in class is an affront to our education. You need to start treating classes more seriously. Listen, take proper notes. Raise your hand now and then. And stop covering your ears when I'm talking to you.
Good job,
I
Fee.
can't hear you.
Man, she's so great.
Anyway, we've got a lot to do, so how about we get to it?
Right.
Well, you can certainly tell when Machias is a bit flustered. So Jusis has decided to leave the party to go speak with his father. You can see though that things are slowly moving in a good direction. It's not always going to be immediate, of course, but slowly but surely, things are happening and they're good. And again, like I said before, it is slightly annoying, obviously, that Machias is so quick to judge the people in front of him, but there is reason. I mean, there's reason for a lot of people to dislike the nobles, him as well. So, it's not out of character, I guess. But I think slowly he's beginning to realize that, and slowly he's beginning to see that not all nobles are the same, you know? You don't need to shove them all under the same blanket. So, moving on though, we're going to start off by doing a couple things and then we'll get moving on the quests to do. So let's see what we have to do here. First off, we need to go to the Station Road, Station Street. There's supposed to be someone sitting on a bench I need to talk to. I think they're up there. Hello, kids. Alright. So we get chapter 5 of that book, so now we need to go to... let's see... Christie's. We need to buy some milk for, it might be a future chapter, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna buy some milk just in case. Is this the general goods? No. Actually, I might want to stop here, though. Let's get rid of these things, get some money. I should probably get some armor, but, we're okay. Over here, I want to buy some milk. So, fresh milk, we'll buy 5, I guess, just in case. And then now we need to go to, actually, we need to buy something here as well. We need to buy a, frog strap. We're gonna need that for the epilogue of the game. It's part of a set, so you need the entire set, so just make sure you grab one just in case. And by that I mean just buy one. And now I think we can get started on the side quests. First one is going to be a hidden one. This is one that was not given to us by Jusis' brother. So now we need to go to crap, I remember this one too. Probably gonna be cutting out most of this one. But where is Aurochs Canyon start? Ah, fuck, I'll just go to the path. We need to go to the very beginning of this place. And there should be, some guy. I don't know where he is, actually. Maybe I'm not supposed to enter that way to talk to him. Where is he? Is he outside? No, I'm not sure where he is. That's very strange. Or oh, I'm dumb. It's on the other side near the fort. So I'm actually going to run down to the fort, and I'll see you down there, and we're gonna start that quest.